how to use a credit card the right way. Presented by 7 of G-14 System. This is a personal finance video. As always, the video will teach you the right way to use your credit card. If that's all you get out of this video, it has been a success. You have invested your time, but stop. I organize this video into chapters. Anytime you can skip to any part. Please watch the video in full at first so you don't miss any info. But again, if you got to, go to the chapters. Don't turn the video off. Stay with me now. And I can tell you everything I know, but I cannot do it all in this short video. I have an in-depth online course covering everything. If I know all y'all don't need that, but some of y'all will see value in it. So all you gotta do is link up with me, hit the link in description. You should join our investment club as well. Again, stop. Let's keep it 100. My information will work for you, but it's not an overnight fix. Some of y'all been fucking your credit up for years. You cannot expect to fix it in one video. My info is simple but valuable. Just think about this. As simple as it is, why is it that tens of thousands of people can't seem to get this shit right? And it goes deep. I mean, like family, traditional, almost like a family curse. What I learned about credit versus how the majority of people are using it is crazy. So stay with me now. Stay with me. G-14 System is a financial education and investing platform created by me, an evidence-based trainer, teacher, coach, entrepreneur. I built this from the bottom. I focus on personal finance and personal credit, business concepts, business credit, real estate, of course, and paper assets. Quick table of contents. We don't always do this, but just give you a heads up on what we're talking about. Sell us your real estate. Right now, I'm ready to buy. If these things are true, these first 2 things are true. You have 2 or more units that you're willing to sell or finance, then all this other stuff doesn't matter. Back taxes, damage, blah, blah, blah. We can handle that. Please sell us your property. Here's why you might want to listen to me. I had no idea what I was doing. I had a 490 credit score well into my early 30s. I'm in my late 30s now. I was in my 30s. I had a 490. Got denied from everything, from homes to phones and unsecured cards. But currently, almost at a 700. I got over, I got 10,000 in credit. I think I might have just went over $10,000 in credit. I get automatic credit line increases, blah, blah, blah. Just a lot of good shit. I did it all by myself. I removed 100K worth of derogatory claims. I mean, one of the claims is almost 50K. So I definitely been removed over 100K. Between me and my girl, I removed over 25 derogatory marks from me and her credit. I got the proof to show it if I feel like showing it. So number 1, never use credit you can't pay back. Like I said, there's nothing super complex about the info, but you gotta ask yourself why so many people, including the person listening to me, has probably messed up their credit. So never use credit you can't pay back. So before you even think about how to use a credit card, ask yourself, should you use one? So on these graphics, I kind of give you an idea or piece of advice up here. The red X is either what you shouldn't do or advice on what you shouldn't do. The green check marks is pretty much what I want you to do or positive constructive advice. So the first part of this would be you must have enough income. Don't get a credit card until you have reliable income. It's better to just be broke. Because if you ain't got it, you ain't got it. You know what I mean? So if you have income and you pay your bills on time, that's the first step. That's when you get a credit card. Then never live on your credit card. Never using credit you can't pay back. If you are not a 100%, if you are 100% confident that you can repay, just stay broke. Don't live on your credit card. That term right there is it burns my soul so bad. As a black man, as a man who came from a low income family, absolutely didn't have a silver spoon, absolutely made a lot of mistakes financially, and was surrounded by people who don't know what the fuck they doing with money. And because of that, I heard this statement so many times. Had to live on credit, had to live on credit. It's not worth it. And this is not even debatable. If you don't have the money, then don't put it on credit. Unless you love being depressed, you're better off just biting the bullet. Lastly, don't buy bullshit. You will not want to repay the debt if you buy bullshit. Again, never using credit you can't pay back or don't want to pay back. So start paying for bills for important things. Start paying for important things like bills. Don't buy bullshit. Because if you buy bullshit and if you run into an issue, you're gonna justify not paying it back because it was bullshit anyway. It's not something that you really needed. So just pay for things that matter, and it'll keep you motivated to use your revolving debt, which is what a credit card is. Man, well, how far I've come, I hope y'all are as excited about this info as I am. I hope y'all apply this. Please jump in the comments. Let me know if you agree, you disagree, if this info helped you, if you got better ideas. I'm looking forward to hearing from y'all. So number 2 is pay in full before it's due. If you pay, stay with me now, read this yellow part. If you pay your entire balance at or before your due date, you can usually avoid all the interest charges. Okay? All the interest charges. You will for sure build your credit score and eventually get a higher credit limit. When I first got my credit right and went from a secured card to an unsecured card and was really building my credit a few years ago, heavily in the pandemic year of 2020, this is all I did. This is all I did was I ran up my card, paid every single penny back before the due date. Did that. Boom, $5,000 automatic increase. I woke up one day, looked at my credit card, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? I had to check emails. I even called the credit card company because I thought I was tripping. I got a $5,000 automatic automatic credit increase that I didn't request on my very first unsecured credit card. And I only had the card for a handful of months. Okay, so anyway, let's get back to it, but I really had to hammer that home. Write down your due date and put it on your phone calendar. So what we're not gonna do, remember the red X is what we're not gonna do. Don't rely on your memory. We all get busy. We forget things. Write your due date down. What you will do and should do is make a monthly bill sheet. I have an entire part of my course in a bunch of videos on how to organize your personal finances in the most simple and powerful way. We call it the G-14 monthly bill sheet, or MBS. And then once you do that, you just review your bills, pick the best day, pay them all with your credit card. Again, if you want me to go deeper, you got to jump in the FEIC group, or you got to take my course, or watch all the free videos and piece it together, you know? Start with a small credit limit. This is how you can make sure you can pay in full before it's due. So get you a simple, basic credit limit. And if you are not confident that you can repay it all, just stay broke or only use a portion of your credit limit. Preferably start with a small limit, and this is not even debatable. If you don't have the money, don't put it on a credit card. Again, it's not debatable, man. Start with a small credit limit, pay it in full, and don't put yourself in a position where you don't have the money. And then always avoid the high interest rate when possible. Those who understand interest avoid it. Those who don't get robbed. Interest is like a silent thief. You gotta avoid it as much as possible. And another thing about credit cards, as we're building our credit, you're going to get a credit card with a ridiculously high interest rate, which typically, I haven't done all my research because I'm still building out my course, right? So, but the intricacies of it is, I believe it's either common practice, but it may even be a law, that credit card companies will not charge you interest if you pay your bill in full. So the key is knowing that you're going to probably have a super high interest rate. If you can avoid carrying a balance, do that. And when I say avoid the high interest rate, I mean upon selection of the card, get the best interest rate when possible. And then once you got the card, at worst, lower that balance before they hit you with your cycle end date fee so you can get a better interest rate. And number three, let's start here. The most important thing you can do to use a credit card the right way is to always pay at least your minimum balance. This is the single most important rule to using a credit card. If you get nothing else from this video, this is what I was saying earlier. If you get this one thing from the video, you have invested your time. You gotta pay your bills on time. So again, write down your due date and put it on your phone calendar. If you stay organized, it's hard to make mistakes with credit. So obviously here, the X is trying to say, stay organized, because if you don't, you're gonna face the consequence. Always use your monthly bill sheet and the methods I teach you. Your monthly bill sheet will have every single bill that's important, the due date of each bill, and the amount that each bill is required, obviously the amount of the bill. So if you have that easily accessible and in your face, you're not gonna make mistakes. Borrow, never miss a payment. So borrow from friends or family to repay the debt if necessary. Only in a one-time emergency. Hear me when I say this. Let me, stay with me now. You keep fucking your credit card up and your credit up and your credit profile, you're gonna have a lot of emergencies in the future, because that shows you're mismanaging your funds, and you're gonna have issues getting certain jobs, getting car notes, getting home loans, getting all kind of stuff, phones and all that. So because of that, I bet you bump your head like that once, you probably won't do it again. So only in a one-time emergency, borrow the money, pay your credit card, then learn from that mistake. If you got good folks in your life, pay them back. You see what I put here? Repay them, okay? But the reason I slipped this in here is because you cannot afford to miss a payment. So if you got a husband, wife, best friend, son, daughter, homie, co-worker that you cool with, on a one-time situation, borrow that money, pay your card back, pay your people back, and then learn your lesson. And then 7 to 10 years of depression is not worth it. So if you miss one payment, hear me when I say this, one payment, you are subject and potentially in a position to have 7 years at minimum worth of bullshit. This is a life lesson. Do not pay a horrible price tomorrow just to make today a little easier. Okay? Did I tell y'all that I'm looking to buy real estate? And that's one of the reasons why I'm on this damn internet, running my mouth, talking to strangers, trying to figure this thing out. I want to buy your property. Pause the video and please, if you know somebody, if it's you, I don't care, just hit me up. I really believe what I'm talking about, and I believe multifamily especially is the way to go. Hit me up, let's get it. Bonus information, y'all know me, I tend to over deliver. That's the goal of this channel. I have more videos on this topic, which is picking the right credit card. Once we kind of understand what to do with a credit card, we need to figure out what credit card is right. This will be different for different people. But if we talking about those of y'all who are really just getting their credit right or fixing their credit, or if you're not a millionaire so you don't need $100,000 black card or whatever it might be, then this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna pick the right credit card. The first thing is check the fees and features of that card. I have a video, well, I have more videos, but I have a video specifically about what I think the best card is right now to pick for the majority of people. So by the time you see this, I may have linked that video into this description. If not, look for that. Like the best credit card or good credit cards to use. I'm definitely gonna put that on my channel. Next thing is put your card on auto pay. Actually, hold on. When we're picking the right credit card, the app is important. If the app is trash or the customer service is trash, I promise you it's not worth it. This is where I will tell you that one credit card company, I'm not gonna name them this time, I got 2 cards with them, and I got 1 card with another company, and that 1 card with the other company in every way, shape, or form is blowing these other cards out the water. And guess what? The card I like the best has 0 annual fee. The other cards that got shitty apps and half-ass customer service charging me money every year. Crazy. Put your card on auto pay, y'all. Some of y'all can't or don't have the passion to. I check my money every day. I got alerts, I got email alerts, I got email filters, I got all kind of stuff to track my money every single day. Some of y'all will not do that. So put your card on auto pay so you never miss a payment. Automate your bill pay with auto pay. Then make sure that you got that money on that credit card. If all your bills come up to $1,000 and your card got a $1,500 balance on it, pay some of your paycheck into the card, make sure it can cover all your bills, and now you good. Let automated technology do the rest. Next one, learn how to dispute your own credit reports. See, this is directly connected. And again, I am working on an entire course. I'm calling the Generational Wealth System course. And on that course, I'm going to tell you how to dispute credit, remove bad credit, and you can raise your credit score. So that ties to your credit cards, because some of y'all credit gonna be so messed up you won't be able to get these cards we're talking about. So you gotta dispute them so you can get your credit reports decent so you can qualify for these cards. Some of y'all got great credit, but you still need to take my course, watch my videos, because you will be surprised how many pieces of inaccurate, detrimental, derogatory pieces of information sit on your credit report, slowing you down from getting these credit cards or forcing you to get credit cards at horrible percentage rates. You know what I'm saying? And don't trust that somebody else can fix your credit, because legally, you're the only person who can fix it. I cannot wait to have this debate with credit repair people and lawyers and all these smart people, because at the end of the day, by law, only you can fix your credit report. You can entrust and kind of sign away or gift away your ability to do certain things, but nevertheless, you have the legal responsibility, and you're the only person who are really going to lose if your credit reports have derogatory information. So you have to learn the skill set of disputing your credit. The single most important thing from this video is to use a credit card right. You always must pay the minimum balance on time. This is the single most important rule to using a credit card. You never have to watch another video from me or anybody else about how to use a credit card if you just get this part right.